Marvis got lit another one.
Yo, what's good, man? You are now back, RTTV, baby.
Gang.
And if it's your first time here, it definitely won't be your last. Make sure you kill, murder, and
Smash.
that subscribe button, man.
And make sure you check out that Patreon. We currently have the full reactions of Loki. We also got other movies too, man. Yo, we got the Black Widow on there.
Yep.
We got Batman. We got Joker.
Yo.
We got Spider-Man. We got a lot more. Download the Patreon right now. The yearly subscription is currently 16% off. Don't miss out. Join the family.
And make sure you give this video a like and have that notification bell ringing for that Loki playlist. And make sure you follow us on our second YouTube channel, RTTV Vlogs, where we're going to have a bunch of original content for you guys, such as podcasts, public challenges, gaming, and much more. So make sure you follow and subscribe. RTTV Vlogs. Thank you for getting us to 10K. Road to 20K, road to 30K, 40K, and beyond.
And our first video is out right now, so make sure you go check
Right
it out.
now.
Check it out, baby.
Go check that out, man. And we back, man. Season finale of Loki. And on the last episode of Loki, man, we went to the Void. We had Sylvie, Mobius, Loki, Classic Loki, Black Loki, Alligator Loki, Kid Loki. I don't know what his real name was, man.
We
Maybe
got
Black
Patrick
Loki.
Loki,
But
we got Wells Loki.
Yeah, I haven't seen Robbie Loki. Well, actually, the dude that double crossed.
That was Robbie Loki?
I don't want to be a Loki.
How'd I forget?
If they had a worm Loki with dreads, I mean not dreads, with braids, it would be that.
Yo, man, but we see this whole world of Lokis in the Void. They explain to the actual Loki that we've been watching this whole time that, listen, this is where we get sent to get pruned forever, to be done for. There's this whole, like, dragon type thing. I forget his name. Goliath.
Yep.
There's Goliath there, and he's supposed to take them all out. But, you know, my boy had to get with his homegirl, his girlfriend, his girl Sylvie, a.k.a. himself. And they said, yo, after all this, can we link up? Can we actually figure out what this world's like together? And she was like, hell yeah. So what else are they going to do but enchant
Elias.
Goliath?
Oh.
Goliath.
No, I was not ready for that.
And
Well,
open
enchant,
up
I don't know.
the doorway to find out who the real leader is going to be. Mobius is heading back to the TVA to talk to Renslayer. I think she's actually going to link with Mobius, because I think she actually really wants to know what's going on as well. I can't wait to find out who's behind all this, man. I know there's like a lot of theories. What do you guys think before we get into the last episode?
I think the alligator Loki is going to be the last surviving Loki, and he's going to save the time, the TVA, because he's vicious and he just gets straight to the point. At the end of the day, pick a side. If you want to be a villain or you want to be a killer, be a killer. If you want to be a good guy, be a good guy. The reason why I like Alligator Loki, he knows what he wants to do, and he just gets it done. The main Loki reminds me of prune juice.
So wait, so he's a bad guy then? Alligator's a bad guy? Because if he's saving the TVA, that means he's a bad guy.
But honestly, no. What are you saving it for? So your attentions. I could be saving it to take the power and then just run it.
Well, that...
The
Oh,
ends
okay.
defines the means.
Yeah.
There's no good and bad.
Yeah, Loki might switch up at the end too.
I guess we
You
gonna
can't-
see.
You can't trust that nigga.
Who you guys
Definitely
think it's
can.
going to be?
I think it's Wells.
What, the bad guy?
Yeah, like who's
To
going to be
be
behind
honest,
the TVA? The
I
timekeepers.
don't know. Like,
Oh, you mean the villain behind
Yeah,
it?
like
Yeah,
who's going to
he
be the
said
person that we just
Alligator
opened
Loki.
up?
Yo,
That's
have
what I
you seen
asked.
Joel's face? Bro, I'm right here. I'm look. I see Joel.
Stop them. I'm like,
Nah, I said who's the person behind it?
Oh, my fault. Let me rephrase my.
That's why I was confused. That's why I kept asking you, do you think he's bad? And you're like, for what reason?
Why
I'm
would he
like, what?
attack? If he's behind him, why would he attack them?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why I got
That's why I was
confused.
confused. That's exactly what I was asking.
The person I
Rats.
think that behind the TVA, I think is just another Loki that we none of us
I agree.
met.
He said that last time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, I definitely agree too. I have no idea who else it would be at that point.
Maybe Thor, another version of Thor.
like an evil
That
Thor.
would be funny as hell.
That would be actually pretty dope.
Thor.
Because it's
dope.
like, you know how Loki's rival against Thor. Like, all of the Lokis do, right? So all the Lokis are there because the evil Thor is there. I don't know. That would be kind of cool. Yeah.
What if series?
What
What if series?
What if? Stay tuned for that.
season
What if
finale,
Thor was
do you
evil?
feel like we're gonna see somebody from the MCU?
Yeah, it's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I
Doctor
think it's
Strange.
gonna be
So Doctor Strange is a villain?
The variation of it.
What you think, Valentina about to come out again?
Who you think's gonna pop up?
Honestly, with Loki, because I don't really know, outside of Thor, I don't really know Loki's story like that. So I really couldn't tell you. Like, I really couldn't tell you who's going to show up. Like,
All right, Evan. Well, yeah, Loki's your guy.
No, I definitely think it's gonna be another Loki. I think I've been thinking that since the whole time because I think like he just wants to prove he's the supreme Loki. So I think like this whole thing with all these Lokis, they're the only ones that are surviving.
I'm saying who's gonna be the special guest from the MCU.
The special guest, I don't know, maybe Valentina. I mean, she's been in Black Widow. She's been in, at the end of WandaVision, but I don't know.
That might be a good one.
I mean, because whoever ends, maybe she'll talk to them. But if not, I would go with Doctor Strange. 'Cause I know they've been making a lot of references to Doctor Strange.
Technically, if we don't,
when I said Doctor Strange, I really believe that.
Technically, if we don't see anybody, we did see somebody from the MCU initially. When he had to do what was the thing when Mobius put him in that thing where he had to do the time loop and he kept getting kicked in the nuts.
You seen his sister?
Yeah. When he saw his sister, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we probably won't see anybody big from the MCU. He's dead. He could be. Well, it could be because technically at this point, Loki's dead too.
I think Loki's gonna actually die though.
Yes.
And then
Loki, we've been watching the whole time.
Yeah, and then the girl Loki would take over. And the only reason it makes me believe that is because we watched Black Widow yesterday, and they're introducing like this new cast in the MCU. So I really feel like this was just like a done with the old Loki and with the new Loki.
Yes.
And then Valentina could recruit her into the new adventure thing that she's doing right now. Shout out to Yelena.
Shout out to Prune Juice.
Shout out to Prune Juice.
I don't have it.
This season 1 episode.
The waitress said about it.
You know there was mad plugins in last episode.
Yeah, apparently.
Like there was like
the Thanos
in the Thanos copter.
Yeah.
There was Thor's hammer.
Wait, what is this?
Those mad people from the Avengers talking.
Who's Korg?
Is it because they're going to the area where the actual people that's controlling the TVA is at?
It's the end of time.
Yeah.
I feel bad if a shorty thought I was going on this mission with her. Shit.
FNB epic.
That's the bad guy, Miss Minutes, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming.
Imagine Miss Minutes is really the villain. I'll be so heated.
Nah, she said he's impressed. Who's that?
What if it's Kang?
Yeah. We've been watching you.
She's sassy.
How would you like to win?
I'll rewrite the timeline so you actually win against the Avengers.
How would you like to wake up tomorrow with just a lifetime of happy memories?
He's like, well, sold me.
It's crazy, but he can make it work. And you can have it all together.
Well, I feel like one of them statues is gonna turn real.
Oh, sure you do.
It is Kang. I'm pretty sure that's the dude that plays him.
I thought it was Pharrell.
Okay, now I'm fully convinced that that's actually Kang.
There's an actual person that plays him.
Yeah, they actually said they announced who was gonna play him. He was supposed to show up in Ant-Man.
Y'all might want to relax. Somebody that could do that really kill you super fast.
Black man.
They can't defeat him this fast though. They're not gonna introduce him in one episode and finish him off.
No, I don't think they're gonna kill him.
All
I
right.
don't think they're gonna kill him at all.
I said I wasn't to be disturbed.
Well, you're not going to be happy to see me. Sorry, Mobius. I couldn't let you get in the way of our mission. Timekeepers are fake.
Gotcha.
What did you do?
Oh, she's a teacher. They went back to.
Nah, she brought the black girl brought them there to basically explain to them like this is the only way I can show you what the truth is. So I'm gonna go show you the Renslayer when she wasn't her.
Oh, okay, so they went back.
Exactly. She went to her old timeline.
You can't kill me because I already know what's going to happen.
Not read that font.
Yeah, my eyes ain't gonna
That's
work like that.
basically it just said what they said.
Don't you want
They said we found you. You lost.
all the scheming, that little look by Lake? Quite sentimental, very touching stuff. Lamentus the void. I paved the road.
Wow, he's violating right now.
Yeah, how do you defeat a person that knows the future?
Do you think you're even capable of trusting anyone?
It's the perfect manipulation, controlling what free will is.
You didn't change. You betrayed me.
You are a variant. Shut up.
Friendship. And you threw it all away on a couple of Lokis.
Maybe we can build this into something better together.
I'm sorry about this.
Man, let
I
that
can't
dumbass do
stand
what
her,
she gotta
yeah,
do,
let
man. He is
Yo,
trash.
Yo, what's good with him?
Wow, he's trash. That's kind of crazy. That's nuts.
Now she has freer choice right now, so let's see what kind of decision she makes.
Nah, but I think this is all part of his plan, though.
What he said, Fredo.
I've been dubbed name.
Ooh, here we go. The name,
A ruler.
a conqueror. Okay.
Conqueror. Eons ago, before the TVA, a variant of myself lived on Earth in the 31st century.
I think it is Kang, bro.
Scientists, and he discovered that there were universes stacked on top of the globe. For a while, there was peace. Narcissistic, self-congratulatory peace. Not every version of me was so pure of heart. Erupted into all-out war. Each variant.
But it did say there was a war that happened before.
Universe and annihilate.
That's cool how he's telling this story, though.
Capable of consuming time and space itself. A creature.
Elias?
Goliath.
Elias.
Yep.
I harnessed the beast's power and began experimenting on it.
That boy's smart.
And I ended the multiversal war.
So he's really like a mad scientist, and he
Yeah.
conquered
Yeah.
time. That's pretty lit, though.
I feel him. He said, bro, I'm the best out of the bunch.
He's like, you think your variance is wild?
That's the gamut. You may hate the dictator, but something far worse is gonna fill that void if you oppose it.
There's another multiverse war if you kill him.
There's two options. You kill me and destroy all this. You don't just have one battle, you have an infinite amount. You two run it back.
I lived a million years, bro. I'm good.
Time.
That's some kind of game.
I actually
Not
respect
really.
what he did.
Yeah, I'm
like,
like,
what?
you didn't hear the part that it was a multiverse war? I don't know.
Huge war.
People deserve a choice.
Whoa, that's fire. If Loki gets
he
control of
bodied that.
this,
Yeah, if Loki gets control, he better give people their free will, man.
because he'll continue being the villain, but for a good reason, which is a great dynamic.
The threshold.
So it's actually the end of time.
And lied?
I said earlier when I said I know how everything's going.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He like, his variance is about to come.
Everything up to a certain point, and that point was about.
Right now.
Now I have no idea. No idea how the rest of this is going to go.
Yo, what is going on?
Take over and my life's work continues, or start another multiversal war, and I just end up right back here anyways.
Another manipulation.
This lady has trust issues.
Yeah,
like,
Loki's
shut up.
actually like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like she just can't trust nobody. That's the only thing she knows. That's why she's trying to do that.
You believe what? That a bazillion boogeymen are going to turn up just because we give people free will?
Timeline's already branching.
What precisely is there to think about?
This isn't about time.
I think in trusting you.
Well, forget you all.
She's been by herself the whole time.
And that's why He Who Remains even said that. He said, do you even trust anybody?
What's the point? This is bigger than our experience. Because you can't trust,
Exactly.
and I can't be trusted.
Wow, that's pretty
Fight.
deep.
He better kill her. Loki killed his. Who you want to win?
I want Loki. Oh, my fault. You go ahead.
They're both Loki, but
So you could.
Sylvie,
I
my
want
guy.
Shit, I don't know, man. I understand why Sylvie wants to kill him. Like, yo,
I
her
feel
life
like-
is,
nah,
her
but
life is so screwed by them, bro. Like, F this whole shit. If I take down the establishment, hey, it got to rebuild itself, and there's going to be some chaos, but I'm okay with that. So, I mean, he don't really know no more. And at the end of the day, I think she's on some stuff like, yo, even if people are in a war, yo, I'd rather people be able to choose their choices. I know what it feels like not to be able to choose.
All I know is I don't want to hurt you.
I don't want to make you cry.
Yes, Av.
Well,
Love yourself.
nobody had to lose, I guess.
Somebody
We all win.
Somebody's getting stabbed.
Uh-huh.
See, they're post.
Dead.
Now let's see what's gonna happen then.
He told him, bro.
See you soon.
The actual
So
world
it's
doesn't
operate
have
off of-
peace.
Nah.
Yo, the
The
actual world
doesn't have peace.
The actual world
People die
actually
every
needs
day.
rules, bro.
If somebody could stop all death, like, would you want somebody to control you all the time?
So you think that the
No,
world
I'm
should
not
have
letting nobody
rules? So you
control
think
you.
the world should have
There are
rules?
rules, but yo, bro.
What are you talking about there? He's just saying like, yo, create a rule like of how to govern this
And people can't do what they
timeline
want.
so there won't be a multiversal war.
So there's no free will.
Yo, right now
There is
will.
no free will right
What are you
now.
talking
There's
about,
no,
bro? The
there's
fact
no
that there's
free
laws,
will, bro.
that means there's no free will.
You can't rob a
not
bank
true.
if you
That's
could,
not
if you
true.
wanted
That's
to.
actually a fact.
Yeah.
What are you
what?
talking about?
You can't
You
rob
can't
a
rob
bank if you wanted
wanted
to.
to.
So what are you
But
talking about?
that's
bro?
not all right.
That's
but
a
that's
fact,
not.
bro.
But that's
What are you
not what.
talking
That's
about?
not necessarily what a Nexus event is. I don't have to rob a bank. What was her Nexus event? The little girl. She was just what was she? What was her whole shit? I forgot what her exact Nexus event was, but she didn't do anything wrong.
That's all right. This guy wants no rules, no nothing. He wants the purge.
There's rules.
You want
There's
the purge.
rules.
That's
No,
what he said.
that's
you
the
want free
extreme.
will. You want free
And
will,
you want
right?
no free will.
What the hell? You don't live with free will right now. What are you talking
Yeah, if you
about?
walk outside
You can't
right
run
now and you're
outside
not
butt
supposed to-
naked and be straight.
That's not what free will is, bro.
That is
What's
free
free
will.
will?
What you talking
Bro,
about?
that's laws. I don't get what you're saying. So
That's
you're
not
saying
laws.
let's
Take away free will.
Free will is
You
doing whatever
imbecile.
you
What are you
want.
talking about, bro?
Doing whatever you want. That's free will.
Yeah. Okay, bro.
Tell him.
All right.
anarchy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you give people the liberty to do whatever they want, that's anarchy. So that's why he's
There
trying
are
to get
laws, Patrick, but you can't take me into another freaking world, bro, and put me in a void because I didn't do what you want me to do.
But you can get put to jail because
That's
you
not
didn't
the
want what you
freaking
want to
void,
do.
Patrick.
What, 63 new branches in this unit alone?
Does he want us to just let them all branch?
At this point, how are we even going to stop it? We can't!
Because of Sylvie.
Yeah, I'm convinced that that's fully Kang.
That was fully Kang. What are you looking at? Who are you? What's your name?
Wow, he's in a completely different timeline.
Oh, you're right.
Wait, what?
He's in a
He's in
different
the timeline.
timeline.
Mobius doesn't remember him.
Well, he's in the wrong. That's Kang
That's
right
it.
there.
That's
yeah.
Kang.
See that? He already got
Kang
a
the
ruler.
fucking conqueror.
Because of what?
That's lit.
Because
That's
of what? Because of Sylvie.
That's lit, bro. That's so lit. That's so
That
lit.
is fire.
That's fire.
So
That's
somebody
so
lit, so
fire.
it was
That
correct.
is
I thought
so
Sylvie's gonna be able to
fire.
hold it down.
Bev.
Season 2.
Oh, okay.
only
There
because
will
of
be a
Sylvie.
season 2. Hey, man, shout out Sylvie, man.
The best thing that she did, I guess, is create a season 2. That's all she did.
Wow.
Cataclysmic
Kang.
anarchy.
Kang the Conqueror.
Wow.
Wow.
Black man.
That's
Black
lit.
man on
That's
top.
lit.
He's the best. He's my favorite character in the show.
You know why that's dope? Because they announced that he was going to be in the new Ant-Man movie. That's the only reason why I knew who he was. I'm like, that's a dude that's supposed to be playing Kang. The fact that they brought him into Loki and they broke down everything and how he has, because he has different variations of himself. And he's just a dope villain in all. So the fact that they brought him into Loki and he pretty much broke down everything, and like, there's so many different versions of him that are crazy. Like, this is made for a better series.
This
bro.
would turn. This would somehow correlate with Doctor Strange the movie, right? With the multiverse.
I think so. Yeah,
madness, 'cause
yeah.
If they unleash the multiverse, and it seems like Doctor Strange is gonna be somehow tackling. Yeah, like somehow, like he's gonna be encountering this multiverse and how it affects the MCU.
Yeah, that's the only person that makes sense. Because I mean, we've seen with the Doctor Strange, he can go to different like paranormal universe. He's the only person that makes sense that can go to different timelines and stuff like that. So maybe in season 2, Loki has a moment of time where it's like, all right, I gotta holler at Doctor Strange real quick, and that would be lit as hell if that becomes the new tag team rather than Sylvie's dumbass.
You know what's bad funny? I think it's gonna tie in a lot more stuff. Not even just Doctor Strange, even some Spider-Man too. Because if the theory of, because we still don't know
Spider-Mans?
the multiple Spider-Man
Yeah.
thing. If that theory is gonna come into play within this next Spider-Man movie, then that's definitely has to do with Sylvie messing up the multiverse right now. So that's the only thing that makes sense. But I don't know. I thought the season finale was fire though.
I thought it was dope.
The introduction of Kang was fire, and his breakdown to everything was fire too.
The best episode of
Yeah.
the whole season. I love how the turn of events went, and I always believe that no matter if it's a girl Loki or a guy Loki, they're gonna always just do what they selfishly want, and we've seen what happened. Now I like that Loki now could be a multi-universe of chaos, and I feel like the next season is gonna be a lot of action and stuff. And Mari, I did a great job this year with the 3 WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki. And the fact that Loki got season 2 coming back, it shows that y'all here to stay. Y'all racking up nominations at the Emmy. So man, Marvel content. You said how many?
I think it was 23 Emmy nominations
For WandaVision. So let's see if Loki could get some too. And shout out to the black man being the villain.
Yeah, I think this is more of a introduction for what next season is gonna bring. Like for me, like this series is cool. You feel me? It's kind of Luke, but I feel like with this episode right here, this is what's gonna pave the way for the second season being straight smoke every episode. Especially, I want to see how what's his name? Kang, you said?
Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, because I wonder if all his variations gonna be a goofball like that. Or some of them is gonna be straight to the point. Cause it kind of remind me like a Deadpool, how goofy he is, but then he's still like, "Oh, bro, don't play with me, boy. I'm not one of them. Like, I will violate you." Words to my boy Ev. You feel me? So I'm interested to see his dynamic in the next season.
I really feel like he's gonna be like the big villain throughout the MCU, because
there's gonna be so many of him.
there's so many. There's so many of him too. He's supposed to. It's the multiverse. He's supposed to be an Ant-Man. It's just. Everything's going to tie into Kang the Conqueror.
I could tell that I just underestimated how smart this man was. Like, at the end of the day, bro, I could understand both thought processes in terms of like, yo, if I get screwed my whole life, it's kind of like when we watched Black Widow yesterday. When she seen that dude, I'm like, yo, you better kill him on sight. I'm not even, when I see that one person that screwed me my whole life, F whatever you talk about.
You can't be
I'm dead at you, son.
so one-track minded
that's very
because
one-dimensional.
that was so Loki of her to just focus on her revenge and not
trust.
think about the grander scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? Because back to our conversation of free will is like, and I feel like the underlying themes in this show kind of relate to what's going on in society today, right? Like we don't trust the government. You know what I'm saying? Like the conversation that both Lokis had each other. I can't trust. And you can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, so let's get rid of the government, but then who's going to take its place? And meanwhile, that gets established, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Ultimate chaos, the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? So I like how they kind of play into that parallel because everybody says that, we can't trust the government, or we can't trust the people leading the city, or this and that. But then who are you going to trust? You know what I'm saying? And then and even if you were to be trusted, you obviously ain't equipped to handle that because you killed the person in charge.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're not taking responsibility for creating the new structure. You know what I'm saying? So you're only fixed on your own revenge, your own plot. So
I feel like we see that she was able to change the initial Loki, but the initial Loki wasn't able to fully change her.
Yeah.
Like he was like, yo, like I finally learned to trust, but no matter what, I can't be trusted, so you ain't even gonna roll with me. Like, and I changed myself so I could trust you, but you clearly ain't rolling. And they had that one last moment where it was like, yo, it been real, shawty. And she was just like, yeah, to you, I'm going to still do what I got to do.
It sounds like you talking from experience.
And it stinks too because he pretty much was like, hey, there's some bad that has to be done for the greater good. And if you get rid of me, it's just going to make it even worse. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like, as we've seen now, it's just fully made it worse. Like you being so pent up, you can't, it made you realize that you can't like be so one-track minded if you want to take over something. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're so bent up on revenge, you're not seeing the bigger picture. Other people are going to be affected by this. And Sylvie clearly didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of makes sense because it could have even been a form of manipulation for him. That could have been his plan the whole time. Like, hey, you're going to kill me, then my variants are just going to continue to take over, and it's just going to plumb into come into Multiverse Madness because I know how one-track minded you are and I know how hard-headed you are. So,
and I think it's more so because she's so much a product of her environment. Like she was so one-track minded because of what this system, like you were saying.
And she got as a kid too.
Exactly.
Like Loki got as a grown man.
Yeah.
Like her version got as a kid. But go ahead.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. So basically, because she got taken as a child, this revenge plot has been.
That's all she knows.
Yeah, it's been her whole life. This is what she wanted to do, and because of the system that she was put in, she couldn't make a decision beyond that. You know what I'm saying? So that's really real life.
Yeah,
that's really real life.
And that's why it's like it's cool that we seen Black Widow yesterday and this after, because like with Black Widow, I mean, at the end of the day, she got violated as a youngin' too and stuff like that, but she was able to construct her mind to recognize what would happen if she did X, Y, and Z. With Dracov, he was a person that was like literally removing every ounce of a person's free will by like put them in a trance and stuff like that. This one is like, bro, I'm literally just trying to manage this timeline so my other version don't come over here and mess this up, and my other version don't come up and mess that up. So it's like people within those universes still have their sense of free will. It's just that we're aligning them within a timeline so they don't clash within each other. So that's why it's like with Sylvie, I don't respect her because all she thought about was the revenge plot, and she didn't think about anything that could happen collateral when it comes to this whole thing that we call a timeline and multiverses. So like now this verse of whatever version could come over here and kill and create a whole genocide right here because you didn't think about what this universe could do to that one right there.
So,
Tell him, Pat. Tell him, Pat.
My question to you would be, so if you were a person that got pruned, your whole civilization got pruned, you went to the TVA, you're now a variant.
Yeah.
You ended up finding out that you was a variant. Would you not think that you would want revenge on the people that did that to you regardless of like what you like if your better world means my shit's trash forever, is that okay with you?
But that's not trash forever.
I'm asking you.
I'm about to answer you. And so if I'm the person, right, that I'm given the opportunity to take over, that's not so why you can put that face on if that was not what's in the story?
I'm letting you talk. I'm not
you put on a face on that
because I'm like, all right, you're gonna be the dictator. I get it. Go ahead.
If I'm taking over with me and my boy Loki or Loki and Sylvie and stuff like that, I can create what I want. If I didn't like the dictatorship, I can modify how I want to go about.
Democracy.
Yeah, I can modify it. So
Yes.
I can actually do a whole new thing that each universe has a person that's appointed to actually govern that, reports back to me so we can make sure that we don't clash. I can do that because now I'm in leadership. I don't have to operate the same way as the other dictatorship. So that's my answer right there.
And if the person who's created all of this is telling you, like, listen, this is gonna happen if you do this, then like at that point, I would just be like, you know what? I think I should just take over at that point rather than kill you and just cause more chaos.
Roll the dice.
Right?
Nah, put it this way, like I said, if he would have flipped that paper and he could tell me everything, like if he was like, yo, I know it all, like yo, here's what, this is how it's exactly gonna go. The second he said that he didn't know no more, I think that's the only time I would have started thinking. Because if you could show me like, yo, this is how it's gonna go, and you've shown me previously, yo, this is exactly what you was gonna say. You said the same exact shit. All right, yo, what am I gonna do? But at the point where you told me you don't know no more, now, yeah, I didn't believe he was as smart as he was in terms of like, yo, you don't understand. My other variants, like Loki would think his variants are fire. His Lokis are smart, right? I didn't think his variants were so much smarter than everybody that he was like, bro, let me tell you something. Don't matter. I'm gonna get back here. So that's the only reason I say that, because I just didn't believe that I thought that Lokis would be able to hold it down in some way, shape, or form, and then they could do what you were saying, like create their own democracy if they were gonna do that. But my whole thing was like, I don't know if I was gonna roll like, yo, the way you've been dictating, I don't like that. So why wouldn't I just take control and do it my way? But at the end of the day,
but you can't do that no more because you killed him. That's what I'm saying.
And here's the thing too. And
you killed him. So now the opportunity of there being of us actually managing this.
So wait,
hold on, wait. And here's another thing too. This is what I took from that.
Manage the other ones. My fault. Go ahead.
This is what I took from that too. It was like when he said, now I don't know exactly what's going to happen, because he pretty much gave him a script of everything that was going on, word for word, what was happening, right? I think he knew, listen, if you kill me, this is going to happen, but I just don't know the decision that you're going to make right now. I think that's what he was alluding to, because he seemed 1,000% sure that, if you kill me because of all these different variants and because of what I explained to you, it's going to start a multiverse war.
My boys are too smart.
And he put an emphasis on that multiple times. It was just more so, at this point, I don't know what decision they're going to make.
Because I would believe that season 2, we're going to get a sneak peek. Like, we're going to watch the timeline we just watched. Like, after she killed him, we're going to be able to see exactly what happened. And I think that, she's going to have the control at the time, and she's not going to be able to control it in some way, and his people's going to come and do whatever they said they was going to do. But I just thought that at some point, this girl is going to be able to hold it down. I mean, now granted, he said, yeah, man, I believe this shit.
First of all, Sylvie's not even in control. She's not even in control. She's not even in control at this point because she did the one thing that he told her not to do,
and maybe it's because
which was killing her.
And I thought she could control Eliath too, because she had already enchanted Eliath. So I wasn't sure if she'd be able to like do the same thing he did, like in the terms of he said that he tamed the beast or whatever. Because that's how he got taken. He controlled the timeline anyway, was by taming the beast. So when I was like, yo, she enchanted the beast, just go out there and enchant the boy again, get it cracking. All right, yo, now you mine. All right, we gonna do the same thing. We gonna figure it out. Clearly, this dude is on some whole next level Einstein shit. So shout out to King the Conqueror, a black man, because you really smart like that, boy.
Been out
he
here
ain't
for
playing
a
no
million
bullshit.
years, bro. What you expect?
He ain't playing, bro.
He's from the 30.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
He's not
basically,
one of them.
because he's from the 31st century, and all of the versions of himself are geniuses and conquer. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. You don't want to unleash that to the whole timeline. Yeah. That's what he was preventing. So the fact that she killed him just because. It's selfish of me to be like, just because she got taken as a kid, because that did happen to her. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up situation, but you just fucked up the whole world.
My whole thing is like this: like Loki didn't have control over his own variants. He ain't control shit. Like, I don't know if there's a main Loki that we haven't met, but it don't seem like none of them Lokis got no pull on none of them other Lokis, other than like the 4 that were like together for a while.
But that's because on him anyway. That's because they're Lokis though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm confused on like how did you control all your 50 billion variants?
But that's beyond that though, because Loki just got into understanding that there's other Lokis. This dude, Kang, he obviously knew. He actually used to chill with his other versions. Remember, he said, "Yo, we all used to actually get with each other, exchange information to make our universes better." So the difference is that he actually is fully aware of the other versions of himself. So Loki didn't know until now.
They were willing to work together
at that time.
So at that point, it's like, all right, yo, they got our ruler. Now let's go take over type shit. Okay, that makes sense. I was
it's like Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, it's really like Rick.
Is this a Supreme Rick? Or Supreme Kang?
The Supreme Council of Ricks.
Council of Ricks.
That's what it is. So Sylvie doesn't have that. She don't got that in her pocket. I love women. I think women are able to be in a position of power. But it's just, Sylvie, you're not one of them.
Because I'm just laughing because Pat had rung around real quick.
Let me
spin the block, yo.
Sylvie could have been in the position of power.
The women can rule, man.
But just Sylvie could have been in that position of power if she just had listened to what Kang said.
It could have been Loki and Sylvie, Queen and King. I thought that was going to be it. But.
Now you've just unleashed chaos amongst the multiverse. You've unleashed chaos. You've just unleashed a group of genius conquerors along the multiverse. Wow, the MCU. Wow, the MCU. This just goes to show that the MCU, like, moving forward, these movies are about to be crazy.
I was gonna say, man, like, from like all the MCU stuff we've been watching from beginning to now, like, yo, whoever is like creating these stories, whoever's like putting these things together, how they all link together in a certain way, to like Black Widow yesterday with Valentina at the end, to WandaVision, to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they always tie something in that they're gonna use later in another movie, like show, anything like that. So like, sheesh, their writing is impeccable, man. So I can't wait to see where they take it, man. They got a lot more coming, so make sure you keep it locked with RTTV. We gonna be here to react to it and review it with y'all. Season 2 coming soon. If it's your first time here, definitely gonna be your last. Make sure you kill, murder, and smash that subscribe button, man. I go by the name of DC. What did you guys think, man? Did Sylvie make the wrong decision? Was Loki making the right decision? What's gonna happen going forward? Is the multiverse in chaos? You let us know.
Patrick Godsey, Sylvie, you're the reason why a lot of people's gonna die. I hate you. You were supposed to be with Loki. Corn.
Yo, it's your boy Rhapsody RT, yo. Shout out to my boy Pat. He completely went game breaker mode on Evan. Argument. It's your boy Rhapsody RT. Wow.
In the words of Pat, to you.
Yo, it's your boy Wells, the anime king.
Yeah, it's a man, the myth, the maniac, Wilkins _RT. Big shout out to Kang the Conqueror. He out here taking over worlds. This is part of his plan.
Went crazy, man. Dope finale, and that settles it at
The Round Table.